We Love Classics. We're going to be talking about Charles Dickens and his books today. Take it away, Catherine.
Hey guys, Catherine here. My book is A Tale of Two Cities. It is an engaging historical fiction novel that walks the reader throughout the French Revolution. The book opens up with Mr. Lorry performing his duties as an English banker and escorting Lucy Monet, a young lady, to be reunited with her father. On their way home to England, the three meet Charles, Darnay, and Sidney Carton. A love triangle begins between Darnay, Lucy, and Carton. Carton is an alcoholic with a terrible life, and Darnay is a Frenchman with a dark past. Then Dickens switches to Madame Defarge's life, who later helps lead the French Revolution and becomes enemies with Mr. Lorry, the Monets, Darnay, and Carton. The lives of all the characters intertwine within themselves, resulting in an amazingly well-crafted and twisting plot. What's your book about, Erin? I bet mine is better.
I read The Christmas Tales. These tales are a dramedy, which stands for comedy drama. Thanks, Rachel. Anyway, my novel is made up of 10 different Christmas tales. The Chimes is my favorite. It's about Trotty Beck, who lives next to a church and thinks that the church bells talk to him. One night he visits the bells and finds that they are surrounded by phantoms and goblins. They show him the horrible futures of the people he cares about. When he sees that Meg, his beautiful young daughter, and the fiancé of a former alcoholic.
Hey, that girl sounds like Lucy Monet from my book.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for interrupting me.
Oh, sorry.
As I was saying before, Catherine oh so kindly interrupted me. When Meg tries to drown herself and the baby she's carrying, he pleads to the ghost, "From creatures dear to my heart, oh save her, save her." The next big question is, how?
Cool. Hey everybody, Rachel here. I read Oliver Twist. It's a fast-paced, fictional adventure story. It tells a captivating story of a young boy named Oliver. His tragic tale begins after his mother dies in childbirth. During most of his young childhood, he was bounced around from one abusive and alcoholic orphanage to another. Eventually, Oliver decides to run away to London, where he meets a gang of pickpockets led by a man called Fagin. He and his henchmen try to destroy Oliver. After many twists and exciting reveals, Oliver Twist resolves itself gracefully.
Sounds cool. I like adventure books. Do you think I should try reading it?
You definitely should. Classic books always have a bad reputation of being boring, but this book is much more entertaining than I expected. If I had to rate it out of 5 stars, I would have to give it 4. However, I'd recommend it to 7th graders or older, because there's obvious racism, mention of alcohol, and other adult themes like prostitution.
Cool! I'll even try it too.
What do you think of your book, Catherine?
Out of 5 stars, this book would get a 4.5. It was slow at the beginning, but had an amazing ending. I would recommend it just for gripping the last 200 pages. Plus, Dickens is very descriptive. Reading his books will certainly broaden your vocabulary. Erin, how's your book?
For my whole book, all 10 tales included, I give this book out of 4 out of 5 stars. Although the writing is in Old English, sometimes perplexing and sophisticated, each word is a pleasure to read. I would recommend this book to readers who enjoy a challenge and don't mind small text.
Can I borrow the book after you? I want to read it as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, of course. Hey, I just noticed that all of our books are related because they mention alcoholism.
That probably has to do with the fact that Charles Dickens' father was an alcoholic. He also had debt issues and went to prison twice. This forced Charles to support his 9 siblings and parents at a young age.
So since alcoholism was such a major factor in his life, it makes sense why it appeared in most of his literature. For instance, in my book, Richard is a former alcoholic. In Catherine's book, Carton is an alcoholic, and in Rachel's book, the orphanages often have alcoholic supervisors. I bet it was also common in Moore's work.
Speaking of Dickens' life, Maria Beenell was Charles Dickens' first love. She was a sweet woman, but her family centered her parents because they did not approve of Charles. Do you think that she influenced any of the characters in your books?
Definitely. I think that she was inspiration behind Lucy Monet and Meg. The 3 women seem to have similar temperaments, calm, and physical appearances, blonde and fair. I think that Dickens used many events in his life to inspire his characters.
One example of that is Fagin. When Dickens was a kid, he befriended a boy with the last name Fagin and rewarded him by naming an iconic character in his most famous book after him. This period in his life is just one example of how his life influenced his writing.
One last thing that all books have in common is that they all have a dark and gloomy mood.
Since Dickens lived during a dark time in the world, it would explain why he would write about dark topics, because everything that was happening to him in his life was hard and depressing. For example, he lost 2 siblings, a daughter, and both parents in the course of 5 years. That might explain why he constantly wrote about death.
Oh, that's interesting. Look at the time! Well, I think that's all we have time for today. Thanks for listening to We Love Classics.